What you're looking at right now is how virtually all advanced solar systems get their own power, and this is because solar panels are essentially really dumb machines that can't really make decisions and cannot output at a correct voltage, which is why 1 watt would not be equal to 1. So when talking about power, there are 3 things that really need to be considered, right? Voltage, amperage, and watts. These may all sound similar, but they're very distinct components of electrical power. So starting with amps, this is like the amount of electrons being pushed through the wire, with the voltage being the force that these electrons are exerted onto to actually push it through a wire. And wattage is amps times volts, so that's the overall power that they're actually receiving. So this is where it comes up with solar panels, where not all of the watts being produced are being put into the things they power. So typically a battery is rated at a certain voltage, meaning that there can only be a certain amount of force pushing the electrons through at once. So since a solar panel would not produce that ideal voltage, some of the energy is lost. So let's say, for example, a solar panel is producing 100 watts of electricity at 20 volts and 5 amps, powering a battery at 12 volts. The remaining power would be lost because of this mismatch in volts, meaning that 100 watts does not reach the battery, losing a lot of the power. So this is actually where maximum power point trackers come into play. These devices are in almost every modern solar system, and as its name suggests, the device tracks the point at which the maximum power can be extracted from the solar array and converts the energy into a usable form. So going back into the example, it turns that 20 volts from the array into 12 volts and 8 amps, preserving the energy, charging the battery at a 95 to 97% efficiency rather than about a 70% efficiency. And this is particularly useful in other scenarios such as cold weather, where solar panels can have a lot higher wattage. Maximum power point trackers make sure that they can actually utilize it by, again, matching the voltage. And basically any scenario where a very high voltage is required, but the voltages are mismatched, maximum power point trackers can come into play. So that was how maximum power point trackers can help with solar tech. If you enjoyed this, feel free to sub, and see you next time.